Welcome back to our garden, where we have been looking at these rather lovely perfumed Nemesia. It's I would probably describe it as a half-hardy bedding plant. These have been outside. There's one there and there's another two there, which you can see have had a haircut. These have been outside for over a year, maybe 2 years, and they've had some frosts and things on them. I think if we had really hard frost for a long time, they may not take it. But here we are in South Wales, in a kind of mild bottom end of a Welsh valley, and with light frosts we managed to leave them outside over the winter. If you brought them inside into a greenhouse, you'd probably enable you to keep them for a few winters. Anyway, we are now in kind of second half of summer. We're in August, and these rather lovely kind of yellow scented, pink fading to white flowers, and you can see on the flower spike there, that's way down there is when they started flowering back in April or May, and you got lots of dead flowers and a few on the top, and they're just starting to look tired. And we've done this before in previous years. If we give them a haircut when they get to this stage, I say a haircut, and that's a fairly major haircut, isn't it? You can get some new growth, and then by September into October we can get a second flush of flowers, and they look kind of strong going into the winter then as well. If we get a mild autumn, we can get some flowers well into the autumn. So we're going to do the same, and when we've done it, we're going to give them some fertilizer, some high potash fertilizer. Here we go, this one here, made in Wales. See, high potash means it will encourage bushy growth and slightly toughened growth, more resilient growth going into the winter, and it will encourage more flowers. And so we've got the fertilizer, we've got some water in our watering can, and we've got the highly sophisticated stirring implement to mix up our fertilizer. So in fact, let's get that done. Let's get that fertilizer mixed so that it's got a chance to dissolve before we start trimming. Right, so we've kind of read the instructions on the side of the box of how many scoopfuls of fertilizer you put into a litre of water. And so I put 1 scoopful in, and I'm going to do about 3/4 of another one, because this is about 8 litres. There we go. And then I'm just going to give that a good old stir. You can generally see inside there the little kind of crystals dissolving down to make that nice food there. I'm going to leave that doing its thing while, excuse me, let's get that stick moved out of the way, while we look at giving this a trim. So we're cutting off the dead flowers, or not the dead flowers, but the flowers that are more or less going over, and we're going to, you can see just there, look where those my scissor marks are there, the scissor tips. There's new shoots waiting to come from that little node there. So you don't have to be that precise. I'm just going round to get a nice dome. Sorry mate, I'm going to cut you off as well. Actually, my experience has been, although this looks quite harsh, plants respond well to, during the growing season, to a trim like this. Let's get these out of the way. You could use a pair of shears on this, couldn't you, I suppose, but I kind of like using my sharp scissors here. There we go, making some progress. I got a funny feeling this one actually is a year or so older than these two here, because it's a stronger, thicker, bushier plant. Let's turn him round. There we are, almost done. I always feel like I'm a bit of a hairdresser when I'm doing this for plants. Tempted to ask this plant if it's planning to go away on holiday this year. don't think I'd make a very good hairdresser. I'd be too nervous. Once you've cut hair and it's wrong, you can't go back, can you? And I think plants are a bit more forgiving than some hairdresser customers. I have no grounds for saying that, other than that I've never had a plant complain to me. There we are. If you've got a couple of little bits there that are sticking up that would irritate me, we'll just get rid of those. Take it back down to where the buds are. Brown one there, another brown one there. Okay, so our fertilizer, here he is. Let's give him another stir to agitate that. Actually, what I need to do actually before I feed him properly is get him back in his saucer, so any excess fluid that comes out is held in reserve in the saucer. Right, there we go. Bit of fertilizer on there. We'll let that soak in and maybe give it some more. And we've got plenty of fertilizer left, so I might just give these begonias a bit of a treat as well. Keep them flowering. Well, sometimes these begonias flower right through until the November, December time. So there we go. I hope that helps. And if you've got bedding plants that are looking tired, the flowers are going over, and you're thinking, shall I chuck them out? Maybe before you do that, it's worth giving them a good old cut back, give them a feed, and see if they respond and give you some late summer and early autumn flowers. I certainly hope so, and please let us know how you get on. Thank you very much.